Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Trials Fusion video. You may notice that the thumbnail says a 1 near it, and if you could look very carefully, it says top tracks to top 3 tracks. Well, if you watched my Halloween episode I did last month, you'll know that I wanted to either make a new series with more than 3 tracks a month, or just rebrand the old top 3 track series. And if you prefer me to rebrand or make a new series, please let me know. But for now, it'll be its own series, unless, of course, I change that. So I want to make sure. This time, I'm going to look at like 5 tracks a month. I don't want to do like more than that. There might be more, but I don't want to try because, let's face it, there's not nearly as many tracks being made as there used to. So this will either be a new series or a continuation, whatever that'll be. The first track on our countdown is called Farewell by CouPaIn GoTiEr. And this track had really nice scenery, really cool looking. It was also very challenging. It was a extreme track with a cool little woodpecker down there. So it was considered a extreme track, but it's one of those where I say it's extreme, but I could do it, so I don't think it's actually extreme. It's just really, really hard. This part right here was a bitch, I'll tell you that much. It was just getting it perfectly, and there'll be another track coming up that's like that too. That's just very delicate. Yeah, it's a little lazy there. But that'll be it for this track. It's a nice challenge and very nice looking. And we'll move on to the next one. The next track on our countdown is called Ghostrunner by kronenb. And if you look at that rocking chair, that cool like smoke effect, that it really did look like a ghost was rocking back and forth. So that was really cool. And as you can tell, this one was supposed to be for Halloween, but I found it a little late. But you know, better late than never. And I really like the scenery going on here. It's like, you know, cool, broken down haunted house. That cool little ghost effect. I really like how he inverted the colors, made some weird color effect, which was really cool. And I haven't had this guy in a long time. And you'll always tell who this track creator is when he has a little yen symbol for some reason on his titles. But I also noticed the jack-o'-lantern checkpoints. I always love when track creators make little clever uses of the checkpoints, like the whole Dark Castle Storm theme in the back, and then that's pretty much it. It's got cool like dungeons stuff, and I really like the lightning, which of course is just an asset that Red Lynx has made. And then you hit the bell right up there, and then that's the end of this track. Which, by the way, I found out that Red Lynx is making a mobile game, which I wish they'd make another Trials game, but well, what can you do? The next track in our countdown is called Fall Flat by THDTE. Originally, I thought, well, this track's challenging. It's just really basic looking. But then I realized it's based off the game, the indie game, Human Fall Flat, which you'll see if you played that game or seen it. A lot of well-known YouTubers have played it. It's a pretty fun, like, goofy, cooperative physics game. But let me tell you, this track was another very difficult one. And it was really weird because there were some parts that were kind of an annoyance, like that one right there. And there were some parts like this one that I just couldn't get by sometimes. And then there was also, that's cool, the train falling down. And then there's this one part, like actually coming up right here, where see the roof is like caved in. Sometimes it wouldn't cave in as much, and sometimes it would. And here's another minor annoyance part. So, a long story short with this track, it took me about 3 or 4 hours to do. Yeah, it was definitely really challenging for me. So I would argue to say that this was extreme, regardless of how I was able to finish it or not. And this part, of course, was the last difficult one for me. And then of course I cheat with the back wheel thing. I don't know what it's called, and I end with a wheelie. And that the rider just looks like how I felt after doing that. Alright, so the next track on the countdown is called Rapture by Trials France. I think you immediately know what game this is alluding to. And it doesn't look exactly like Rapture, but like parts like that, it does capture it very well. I didn't know there were chandeliers in Rapture. I like the Big Daddy's pretty cool. There's another one down there, and there's a lot of like little cool things, like the little tube hallway, the little drone thing was pretty cool. That ticket booth area. So here and there they get some pretty good parts, and I think overall it's a really nice track referring to a cool game. And then here's the last part of the game right here, where you're fighting the last boss. Don't want to give it away, even though it's an old game. People should know who the boss is. But that'll be it for this track, and there's a cool little animation at the end of this track, and then we'll be moving on to the last one. And I was thinking, oh, that part's really cool. Little look at the undersea Rapture. And it'd be cool if someone made like a BioShock Infinite one. I mean, there was one in Trials Evolution, I think, made by the developers, but not one, I don't think, made by people. Oh, you see the moon is like really matched up with the fault number right there, the top left. It's pretty cool. Anyway, last track on the countdown is called Swampsideshow by SwampBalls. And this track's pretty cool, not only because of what you see in it, but these little, each one of these little shows that you see every time you go through a door, in the track itself, they're like kind of random, which I don't think it's very hard to do that, but it's still a really cool aspect of it. And also showcasing the animations that SwampBalls did is just really fantastic. I really like that. And as you can tell, it's got kind of like a, especially with the track itself, it's got a little Tim Burton kind of look to it. Especially the doors too. The door like that, like the very asymmetrical pointy door. It's really cool. And this track isn't particularly difficult, as most of the show of it has to do with the sideshow, with all the freaks and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and you may notice a reference to a song in the title of the video. And I did that because it went well with the track, and the track kind of also is the highlight of the video. So yeah, a lot of these sideshows are cool. You can actually back up and you can actually watch them by themselves without actually having to do the track. And if you notice a little cool thing, that guy did not do that fire eating well. Some of the names are pretty cool. Some of the names they have, the plaques at the explaining who they are. Like the one guy with the magic thing was Barry Houdini, and it's just some funny like puns in their names too. And that'll be pretty much it for this video. Just a few more things to watch, and hope you guys enjoyed. Actually, sometimes that guy, you notice that? Sometimes he did not go into the bucket, which is kind of cool. So the animations aren't always the same, which is also cool. And then, yeah, so that'll be pretty much it for this episode. Like I said, if you want this either to be its own series or to be a continuation, please let me know. Also, please, if you enjoyed this video, and you enjoyed these tracks, please check them out. Please like the video, please share this video, because more people should be playing Trials. And that'll be from me. Have a good one out there, and I'll see you all next Sunday with another video. See you later.